For the past 60 years, TORCH has brought together thousands of Houstonians who study, discuss, and learn various Jewish texts. The purpose of this is not just to learn the actual texts, but to apply these texts to lead a much more meaningful Jewish life. There's no one that exemplifies this more than our honoree tonight, Leon Weiner. He brings to mind a Mishnah in Pirkei Avot, Ethics of Our Fathers, which states, "Go out and discern which is the proper way to which a man should cling." Rabbi Bleyzer says, "A good eye." Rabbi Yeshua says, "A good friend." Rabbi Yossi says, "A good neighbor." Rabbi Shimon says, "One who considers the outcome of a deed." Rabbi Bleyzer says, "A good heart." Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai said to them, "I prefer the words of Elazar ben Arach to your words. He who has a good heart." To our honoree Leon, who has the biggest heart of them all, Mazel Tov, happy birthday, and may you go from strength to strength.
Leon always seems to interpret things for the good. He looks at a situation and it always gives you the benefit of the doubt. He puts a positive turn on the things that someone else would see as completely negative.
Well, it has been my pleasure to know Leon Weiner for the past 15 years, and I, like everybody else, have grown to not only admire him, but to really love the man. I find him to be absolutely charming, tremendous wit, incredible intelligence and depth when you get into conversations about no matter what the subject is.
Leon was looking for places to help people continuously. I remembered one of his hobbies was to try and be a matchmaker, and I always got a big kick out of that.
And he would call himself. You know, a lot of times he would have Sandra call about other things, but for this, Leon called himself.
The friendship goes back a generation. It goes back to the generation of Leon's father, of blessed memory, Mr. I. Weiner, and with my late husband's father, of blessed memory, Sal Wisenberg. These two gentlemen had a friendship that was long-lasting, and I was always amused, even though they had known each other a long time, they still addressed each other as Mr. Weiner and Mr. Wisenberg. This friendship continued with Avram and Leon, and of course it was a much less formal friendship. These were the things that bound the friendship, and they both had a strong belief in Judaism, a strong belief in serving the Jewish people and the Jewish community, and a strong belief in service to Israel.
I think Leon is really representative of the generation of Houstonians who helped build this community that we all enjoy today. It just seems that Leon, and as well as this group of individuals, just seem to do the right thing.
One of the activities that I've known Leon to pursue in the past was his work in resettlement of help in resettlement of Russian refugees. His work at the Jewish Family Service has been inspirational.
Obviously, when I was coming to Jewish Family Service and had meetings with Leon Weiner, I really didn't know exactly who he was. I understood at the time that he was a very important person and obviously was busy with other things, so it was a bit strange, but very gratifying and in fact exciting for me that somebody that important would take his time and make an effort of sitting down with somebody who had no idea who I was either, but personally kind of do this hands-on personal touch, really trying to help me get oriented in this very different environment.
It was a rather desperate time for us in many areas. One, of course, was uncertainty of new life in the United States and the prospects of finding a job, financial troubles, And we also felt very much isolated from the world. He came a fellow full of energy. He had funny-looking long pants, checkered pants, tennis short, white tennis shirt with coffee stain on it. But all aside, his questions were very penetrating.
We went to this classified section and the employment section, and that's probably the first time in my life that I saw that. And he said, well, you go in, there are different areas of specialty, and you look for your specialty. And I said, well, I'm an engineer. I have a degree in quantum physics and digital electronics, so we have to look for something like that. I said, exactly, just, I read through all of them, and I found that there were very, very small little job announcements there. And so, well, he felt like I needed some more training. So Leon said, well, look very closely. This is how you do that. And he pulled out this, I think it was a red pen and a yellow marker. And he said, when you find something that you like, you take this red pen and you circle around it and use yellow marker to highlight the telephone numbers and the specific contact names if you want to call these people.
To make long story short, Leon, not knowing us, never meeting us other than on 2 brief occasions for a few minutes, co-signed interest-free loan for me and my brother. I don't remember anyone in my lifetime coming to help that easily. It was a shockingly great gift for us. It changed our life. We found jobs, and every time now, if I happen to do something selfless, something to help others, I wonder how much is a legacy of what Leon done for us in those days.
Leon Weiner, what a wonderful human being.
He's just cute. That's all I could say. He's just cute. He's Zeke.
He's the real deal, or the real McCoy.
Tonight, we want to wish Leon the happiest of birthdays, and our wish for him is that he will continue his dedication of his acts of loving kindness, and that he may do this all in good health and will live, as his father used to say, 120 years and 6 months.
Father kept his spiritual values with him every minute. Father was unconditionally honest. Thou shalt not bear false witness. And he was unconditionally helpful. He would help perfect strangers. And he was unconditionally nice, except to someone who did something wrong or immoral. He wasn't nice to them. He went to say, don't do that. You have a right to chastise someone, but you shouldn't do it if they're bigger than you. Many of the books on Judaism tell you what it means to be the Torah wants you to be and all that, and it boils down, it wants you to be nice to your other people, just nice to them. Every person in the world, whether they're Jewish or not Jewish, whether they're smart or dumb, have been created by Hashem. And there's a spark of Hashem in every one of us. Life is a gift from Hashem. It's a loan is what it is. Hashem, you gave me more than I can possibly imagine to ask for. Just unbelievable. And God has given me that. And Sandra walked in on the stage. That was it. Children are superb, and they say that a person who raises children to be good people is raising his grandchildren and his great-grandchildren, their great-grandchildren, the same thing.
There's 36 righteous, and they don't know who they are, but they live a very moral and righteous life, and I believe that that's the kind of life Leon lives. Of course, he does need some help. He does need coaching. He's an incredibly fine individual, and it's been a blessing for the two of us who have found each other and to have shared all these years together.